Okay, here we go. Gridiron tournament. Rookie. Let's see how we do. Just watched a little bit of Golf Clash Tommy, and he gave a lot of good tips, and some of them are different than what I usually do. So let's see if I try them and it works out for me or not. This first one seems like it can be a little bit tricky. I just unlocked the Apocalypse, but I think I'll just play this with my extra mile because I think that's what most people will be playing in the rookie level. So I think I only have a level 5 extra mile, so that'll probably be a lot more in line with what level that people are playing in the rookie mode.
Perfect shot.
And I say that, and I may not have changed it in my golf bag. So let's see if we have it in the bag or not. It's a nice shot. I think the hardest thing in this one is keeping the fairway and not going into that far green over there, or the far bunker over there. Oh. Alright, well, this first time I'm playing with Apocalypse. Sorry, guys. Play with Apocalypse, I think that we can use some top spin, some left spin, and the ball's going to drift up right about like that. But I think I'll just blast it with a bunch of curl over here. I'm just going to blast it.
Great shot.
I missed the field goal. And stick in. There we go. Wow. So I think for those of you playing with extra mile, the way that the first guy played it is right on par. I think that's right where you should be playing it. And too much topspin on this hole will put you right over into that rough on the side or even a bunker. And that is not where we want to be because we got a long second shot here.
Perfect shot.
And I was filling my chest. I was having a lot of problems hitting the perfect for some reason tonight. So hopefully that turns around. We can do pretty decent here for this tournament, at least for the qualifying rounds here. We're still pretty far away. So how far out are we? We're about the lower to mid range of the Saturn here. Line it up a bit. And so it's got a 5 wind, and our Saturn's good for 2 wind per ring. So I'm just going to go 4 wind here. And we're going uphill, I think, too. So yeah, we're going uphill. This is probably going to be a little bit too much of a compensation, but we'll see. It's going to put it close either way. Oh, we hit the perfect. A little too much to the left. But we'll have a nice putt.
Nice.
Boogie birdie. There's a Eagle. This is par 5. If you got some lower clubs and you want to play it real safe on that first hit, on the first shot, and you play with like a power 3 ball, then I think you could still set yourself up for this Eagle pretty well. Get that first shot, and then make sure you got a nice long club to get up the green here like that, and then drop in for Eagle like that. Hit from a lot further away. I think a sniper, if Golf Clash Tommy uses the rock or the big dog a lot for the extra yardage, maybe my big dog's just not clubbed up enough yet. I'm just not a fan of the big dog, and I've not had good luck with the big dog at all. I guess I just live and die by that sniper. So I'll get a look at this par 3 here. It's gonna be a tricky par 3. It's the funnel of this thing is really problematic, and you can see that I'm right at the top edge of my sniper. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit because I'm gonna line my sniper right up here, and I normally have to make an adjustment of 3.2 this way, and we're going a little bit downwind. And so that's going to be 1, 2, 3 lines. Let's go 4 just because we're going downhill a little bit, so I'm going to have to overpower it. You saw it turn red there a little bit. Overpower a little bit here.
Great shot.
Hit a perfect shot. probably going to push right because the way that this U is. There we go. I would have had the right distance, it looks like, but the tricky thing about the U on this thing is if you hit it to the left of perfect, then the ball's going to go probably to the right because it's going to catch that left bank over there. You see how it's curving right and then left as he goes back and forth. And so just a little bit right or left is really going to push that ball one way or the other. I haven't tried the rough bounce yet, but I think I have to use my driver for that, and I don't trust that as much. He's playing the big dog. So that happens. Ironically, I've shot the big dog. When I have shot the big dog, sometimes in these shootouts, I never think it's going to go that well, and I do surprisingly well with it. Just like this guy did surprisingly well, too. So regular play I would have lost, but tournament, it just doesn't matter. So this hole 2, I've been playing it landing down that little pad, and actually the last couple of times I played this, I played it landing down that little fairway pad down there. I was watching Golf Clash Tommy here, and he's talking about bumping it over, and it's something I really haven't tried at all. I'm debating if I should try it. He makes it look so easy. I think the most important thing is making sure you got to make sure you're going to get the bump over, but then also you got to make sure that you use, I'd say, full backspin, because if you don't get enough backspin on that, you're not going to end up, you're going to end up in that far bunker instead. I think this guy's going for the rough bounce just to get down into that, first fairway.
Perfect shot.
He's there. We'll take a quick look and see about bouncing it over. See if we want to get a little bit ballsy here or not. Not so sure. And they'll put it right to there. Have to go full right and full back. If they use a different ball, I'll pop a Kingmaker in here. Get more back and right spin. So that's going to put it right there. Well, let's give this a shot, huh? Do a little bit of right hook too, that way we don't have that bunker.
Perfect shot.
Well, I don't think I could have planned it. I couldn't hit it better, so we'll see what happens here. I don't know if I got enough backspin. Ooh, that's going to be a long putt. Go to the fairway. Oof. Keep going. Roll, 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 roll to the fringe. Come on.
Nice on.
Wow, that is one hell of a putt I got to make. Well, he's either a chip or a putt, so if I had more backspin, I think that would have really worked. And I didn't use that much side spin, so if I have to make sure that I switch to my extra mile next time. And if I play it right, I think I can really get that in there. But I'm really glad that I did the right curl, because if I didn't do that right curl, I probably would have went right over into that bunker if I'd have left it go straight. You saw it kind of hit over where his is lined up right now, and just rolled right on down that way to where I'm at now, where I'm at. If I'd have not curled it at all, I think I would have just rolled right into that bunker over there and have been a lot worse position. I'd rather try this long putt than try to hit from that sand.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
So let's see how long of a putt is this going to be. Holy jeez. There's no way I can make this, is there? No way. Not even with. Let's just see what happens. I guess I'll go out here. Go in the cup. Oh well. And there's a par 4, so I'll at least have a birdie. That would have been an eagle putt. It's all about the right club, and with only 2 backspin on that, that's just not cutting it.
Birdie.
Well, I guess it's hard to play that bounce because it's going downhill too, so it's going to go a little bit further than you think. And I didn't consider that when I'm hitting down to that fairway there. It's quite a bit below where I'm hitting from. You're playing down, so it's going to float further than what you think. So I didn't take that into account either. That it was going to float to where it was. Float further than what I planned on. This one's really easy. I think you're always going to get right there to the pin. Right, the wind going against us, so you just push it up a little bit. But I'd say almost as long as you got your ball roughly around the guide there, pretty close to almost a pin or so, it's just going to roll back down in there. I see some people play it lower a little bit, and I'm not so sure that makes that much of a difference for it. It almost seems like it's very forgiving if you hit a little bit higher up on the bank and let it roll on down. You just got to get behind, you got to get a little bit further than the pin. That was well played.
Nice on.
Give some kudos. Alright, so I'm not going to do it so elegantly. I'm just going to throw this up there like that. And I'm going to hit it.
Perfect shot.
I'll show you how forgiving this is. So as long as you get the ball up high enough, it is going to come right back down at the pin.
Nice on.
So you can see, just hit that a little bit back past the pin. It always rolls back a bit towards it. And I didn't lose by that much. But that'll be a nice birdie for when we get to that hole. And that's a par 3. When we get to that hole, it's going to be a nice, easy birdie for us then. I'm all about playing it safe. This is that one that we did in the shootout just a few minutes ago. Where it just really depends on if you hit it right or left on this thing. If you don't get it perfect, then your ball's going to go right or left, and it's just going to be that easy for it to go that way or not. It's just because it's like a U, it's like a cutout. I guess I hadn't tried rough bouncing this thing. Tommy mentions rough bouncing it. Isn't that something I've considered? I think you'd have to hit it with your driver. I just don't trust the accuracy of my driver all that much to really put it up there. It'd be good for par, or for birdie though. Got a nice little bank back there too, it looks like, huh? We don't need this ball. Let's go back to our quasars. Nice, cheap, efficient. So we're at full max right here. Push this up a little bit. It's going to roll a little bit extra further. So let's give it that little extra bit. And we're hitting downhill, so we got to give it a little, we got to compensate a little bit extra here. So let's see, there's 5. Let's go 5 rings. Let's go 6 rings, huh? Just to be, so we don't go flying over. I don't think we're going to be too low on this. Got enough roll going.
Perfect shot.
Oh, got a good chance here. Got a nice perfect shot. Whoa, too much heat. Wow. I didn't expect to go that far. It's okay, we'll have a nice little birdie chip. Better to go over on this if you go, well, and you don't want to go into the bunker, but if you go too short, then you'll end up rolling all the way down the hill and having a way long chip, and your chance of birdieing this or go way down.
Perfect shot.
I got lucky. A little too much overcompensation. I got the second bounce. I'm glad for him, but if I've been playing my putter is I'll get it like, or not my putter, chipping. I'll get it close like that, so I can bounce and it's gonna roll and overplay it a little bit. See how there's the tail going over there, and then this is real low winds. The ball's not gonna move at all for this. So if you don't do,
Great shot.
and you can see if I hit great, the accuracy of that club, the skewer is so good that you can be a little bit sloppy there and it's going to go in. But if you don't let the guide go a little bit past the hole like that, then you can leave yourself short. If you leave yourself short, you'll be a lot more pissed off at yourself than if you just missed the accuracy. It really sucks when you hit a nice like that. It really sucks when you hit a nice perfect shot and it goes right at the hole.
Perfect shot.
And it just sits there on the edge. That happened to one of our clanmates recently, and it's just really frustrating when something like that happens. Oh, a little bit more now. I got the hole in one. You can see how forgiving this hole is. You just go maybe a third up that bank or so, I think I was, and get your guide somewhere. Maybe that was almost half, somewhere around there, third to half up that bank. Get your guide to go almost right pin high, so that you shoot a little bit past the pin. And it's just going to end up right next to pin every single time. This guy's a little bit more at the pole, or at the hole. He's going to be just fine too. This is just a really easy hole. Everybody should be birding this one. He went up. I guess I didn't pay enough attention. Went up a bit higher.
Nice on.
This hole should be birdied by everybody. I cannot win a shootout tonight, can I? Which one's this? This is a little bit of a go for it hole. You want to play off to the left green there. If you play off to the right, Golf Clash Tommy shows a couple good scenarios with playing some other people where they go to the right. If you go to the left, we got enough here where the ball should make it to where we want it to get to. I don't have a long enough guide, but it's going to be landing right about there on its own. I think I'm going to overpower it just a little bit and use a little bit of right curl too, because it's going to bounce. Let's see.
Perfect shot.
Let's see if I played this right. I did not. Well, we'll have a short sand pitch and then we'll pop it in for a birdie, I guess. This is par 4? I think so. So this guy's going to play it safe to the right. Oh, he's not. He changed his mind. And you can see his extra miles got a much better guide on it. Thing is, he put his topspin in there at the end. I'm not so sure he knows where this ball's going to be going.
Great shot.
In the accuracy on extra mile, you see it went way to the right, even with a great shot. That the rings on your accuracy on your little bullseye there for the extra mile, that it represents 2.5. So if he got it great, that could have been 5 to the right extra that thing just floated. That's a pretty big difference. Let's see, with a little bit of luck.
Great shot.
We'll get that in there. We'll not get the luck.
Nice on.
I don't know what it is. I always try to go for the first comeback on the pin, on the needle there, because it seems like I hit perfect a lot that way. And if I wait a long time, just sit there and watch the meter go back and forth, I never get it. But for whatever reason, when I just let it zip back to the right and then on its way back right away, I hit it. I hit perfect so many times. But of course not this time. I tried to be a white ball player. That didn't work out so well for me. Not until I switched playing. I always play with at least a quasar. Not until I started playing with the different balls like that. And you should get enough gems per day, per week, whatever it might be, that you can keep a constant supply of quasars going. And it made all the difference in my gameplay. I went from struggling to move up, and to, even with good bankroll management, I just couldn't pull myself out of it. And then one of our clan members, Double Bogey, recommend that to always use the different balls.
Birdie.
Ever since I started using different balls, and I've done so much better. I play Tour 8 regularly on both my accounts. It's made all the difference in the world for my game. The Firefly. I have not had good luck with the Firefly either. I just stick with the Skewer, the Rapier, the Endbringer. You can see he went a little bit over the hole on that. As long as he hits this perfect, it should go in. This is a pretty short one too. So that's pretty short chip in. So that wind shouldn't have much effect at all on him.
Perfect shot. Birdie.
Alright, Randy. Let's see if you can be the first shootout I win tonight. Let's see what... I'm not going to go with that. Alright, so it's a 5 win. We'll get this up in here like that. Last time it rolled quite a bit more. We're going downhill. Let's try a 7. Let's try going 7 on the wind here. Oh, that's messing with my eyes. There's 5. Let's go 7.
Great
Nope,
shot.
we hit right, so it's going to go to the left. Is that the right distance, though? Oh, didn't go that much to the left.
Nice
Wow.
on.
That distance is a lot better than last time, so I went 2 rings less. So when we're dialing this in on the sniper, instead of going... That was a 5 win, and I went to 7 instead, so... Tommy used a lot of percentages. I just go by rings. I know it's not as exact, but to do that kind of math in my head is not always the easiest thing for me to do. So usually I just go 1 ring more, 2 ring more, right?
Perfect shot.
Just try to figure it out like that. Oh, it took a giant bounce. Is it going to swing around? It's going to swing around. Wow.
Nice on.
Did I just lose another one? My God. By .02 yards. I cannot win a shootout to save my life tonight. Jeez. Alright. Let's play hole 5, huh? This is a hole where you need lots of curl. And you need good accuracy too. If you have the quarterback, I think the quarterback's definitely the way to go. As you can see, I have the pie clips. I haven't really used the pie clips much except for that first hole, the extra curl. And otherwise, my pie clips is just as good. It just has more curl. I'm going to switch to my quarterback, and we're going to want a nice power ball on this guy. So I'm going to switch to this Titan here. So we'll set up here, and it's going to float two to the left, and we got plenty of room that we're going to curve this, so it's going to go around plenty good. Do a little bit extra curl, and then don't want to overpower it because it's going to fly out further into the rough than if you overpower it. So it's going to go right where we landed. Going to float right up there to the edge. Perfect. We couldn't ask for anything better than that. So you want to hook it because even though I was hitting those trees, when you do the curl like that, it's going to kick the ball out and around the trees, as you saw. It looked like it was going to hit the trees, but it won't, because when you apply the curl like that to the ball, it really swings it out. And you can see it right now. and is a straight line, but if you can see it's kind of related to the curl. The more you angle it, just picture the bowing that yellow line out the way that the same angle that you're curling your shot at, and it's going to curl out on the out way, and then it's going to come back to that same angle when it's coming down in its trajectory. Tommy really recommends a big dog here too, because I'm not a big dog fan. But if I can get the ball right about there, I think I'm going to be good. So I don't want to go too nuts here. We will, and then we're going uphill. So we don't want to make such an adjustment. We'll make an adjustment just 2.5. I'd rather still be under adjusted on this than end up in that sand somehow. And I'll add just a little bit of curl to this too, because we saw we're going to hit that tree at the last second. So let's just be better safe than sorry.
Perfect shot.
I like playing everything safe. Oh, and I'm surprised though that it didn't make it up there further. Son of a bitch. That's where sometimes I just don't understand this game where the ball guide says it's going to go somewhere and it doesn't. And maybe it's because I'm playing uphill. But when you play uphill, the wind shouldn't affect your shot as much. So I didn't compensate as much, but I just didn't think it was going to fall that short. That's disappointing. I should be on the green right now, especially with that. I had the perfect drive. That second shot, I really thought I was going to end up on the green. Left the green like this?
Great shot.
I think you have a chance of going on the green on the right side at the worst case scenario in the sand over there, and you're going to have just as bad of a shot. So you're better off, I think, just going for it on the right side, and even if you end up in the sand or in the rough, then you just work with that. He has just as hard of a shot to try to get in the hole from where he's at right now as if he were to be with how I played it.
Perfect shot.
Beautiful.
Eagle.
Well, I saved eagle on that one. I'm pretty happy about that. I shocked him too, but look how far away he is. If he would have played to the right, all that distance would at least change things, and he'd probably be more closer to that bunker or that palm tree on the right. But playing it on that far left, because he had to drive all the way past that area. So if he played that to the right, played some hook to it, even if he was in that bunker right there, I think he'd be in a better position than where he's shooting from now. And it's a short green on that side too.
Great shot. Nice on.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure you get up on that green. I got lucky on that one, that's for sure. I think hitting when you're going out of the rough or going out of the bunker, hitting perfect is, I think, just about as much luck as it is skill. I play on a phone too. I'm not so sure if that's different on a tablet. I know some people say it's a little bit easier to hit the needle when you're on the tablet. Alright, and Tommy plays this one from right in front. I've never played it from right in front here. I just always play it from over here on the side. I tell you what, I like this idea of playing it from the front. This looks like it could go pretty well. So I'm gonna trust in Golf Clash Tommy. Now it's downhill quite a bit there. So for this guy here, I can't do it the way I normally do. So 2, 4, I'm gonna go 2 rings worth to play a little bit extra.
Great
And just
shot.
hope I'm not in the sand more than anything. Made it up there, and
Nice on.
I'd say it's pretty good. I think usually from the pro tees, I play that from on the right hand side though. I play on the right hand side with the pros, and I use my sniper then. It makes a lot of sense. pretty easy to play it there with the long iron. But you saw, since it's downhill, you got to overcompensate a little bit. So each ring on that Saturn's 2 wind, and the wind was it 4 wind for me? 3 wind? But you saw I overcompensated by about what would be 1 wind's worth, half a ring. I believe I went extra. But this guy's making these adjustments. I can't see what he's actually doing there. You want to make sure that wind, you know, I did that video on the wind and rings. You want to make sure that when you're making your adjustments that you put that wind line just straight up and down, because, and he had a nice shot here, but if you're not going straight up and down with it, then it's hard to tell if you made the right angular directional change when you're doing your wind adjustment. You can save yourself a lot of you can make much better hits. You can get a lot more accurate, so be a lot more accurate when you're making the arrow straight up and down, as opposed to making some changes in the sides like that.
Birdie.
But either way, as long as you're on the green, that's what counts in this one. If you can get up there on the green and get close, you're gonna get the birdie, and that's, I think, about what you can expect on this hole. I'm gonna get another shot at this one. The winds are with us. We'll go all the way full. We went a little bit over that last time, didn't we? We'll pull this back. Looks pretty well lined up. And we will go... That last one still go too far? Let's see. That's 5. No, let's just try 6 for grins. See where this gets us.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, if we don't want to shoot out, that's okay. I'm not that concerned about the money. Whoa, that still went way past. You know, Tommy talks a little bit about the wind compression and extension of the guideline, and you don't see it because you don't see any of the changes that happen with the wind. But when the wind is with you, your ball will travel a little bit further. Even after it hits, the wind still affects the ball after it hits the ground and bounces. It affects it on the bounces themselves. So when the wind's with you, it'll go a little bit further than what you planned on. The wind's against you, it'll stop shorter than what you plan on, because the wind's pushing the ball back towards you when it's doing it, when it's bouncing. Ooh, no. Hey, I think I won my first shootout tonight. Alright, what hole are we on now? So now we're on hole 7. This can be a tricky one. I'm used to playing this one from the pro tees. I don't believe I've ever played this one from the rookie tees. And so I think that, you know, I watched Tommy play this one. You got a lot of room there. You're a lot closer than I've ever been to that fairway on the right. Now usually I don't have the clubs when I'm playing it in my regular play from the pro tees. I always play it to the left because I just don't have enough club to overpower it and try to hit that sliver of a fairway over there. I'm thinking that the quarterback might be a good play here, in that you don't need a lot of distance on this one, but you need to keep it off to the right, because it actually, you can see it slopes to the left a little bit there naturally. It is a little bit downhill, so the ball's going to float a little bit extra too. And the quarterback has such good accuracy. At the extra mile, he just hit that great. And it's really easy to hit great and not perfect. And he ended up right in the rough. So we have plenty of distance with this quarterback. Look at that. We'll play it right. Let's not go into the sand. So we won't go nuts here with the forward spin. And we're going to be good, I think, if we play it this way. I'm going to do a little bit of right curl. Yeah, so I got a great too, and he got a great, but the quarterback's accuracy is going to keep us in line there. we're going to be in good spot to hit it up onto that green, and then as long as we bump it onto the green well, we'll be set up for an eagle putt. So the quarterback, if you have the quarterback, that's definitely the way to go there, I'd say. I don't have a high you saw I don't have a high level quarterback there, but the accuracy of that's so good. I think the rock is probably the next club with the next best accuracy for that one. Is the rock. So I'd say if you don't have the quarterback, use your rock to make sure you have the accuracy to get on there. Because you use the extra mile or even if they have the apocalypse and you don't get it, you hit it great like that, there's a good chance you're going right off of that fairway. So I'm gonna be bumping myself up there, and I'll be set up for a nice eagle putt. So the ball's gonna float too. So we'll plan on we're a little bit downhill still. So we'll play it to the 5 line there. The 5 line or the 4 line. In this case, the 4 line is the red line. And then let's make sure that we're gonna get up on there. This will be good. Gotta go a little bit to the right. I think, yeah.
Perfect shot.
Right, hit it perfect so we can see what really is going to happen with this. Bump it over and get in there. A little too much, a little too hard. That's okay. That'd have been nice albatross, but we'll have a nice eagle putt here, and we'll be happy with that. Wow, that was close.
Nice on.
Seems like the other people I play against, though, when that happens, it kind of just flops right in there instead. So this guy to save eagle, he's got to nail this one. So if you can get that, if you can use your quarterback or your rock, quarterback first, I'd say, then your rock. If you can make sure you get on that first fairway, then it really sets you up for a nice eagle putt.
Great shot.
Get in the hole.
Nice on.
That was a nice shot. That was pretty close. Alright, put this in and be done with this hole.
Birdie.
Where are we at anyhow? I haven't paid attention to what my scorecard is. So we're 9 under in hole 8. So I'm not shooting a great card. I've seen some people put up 13s already or so. So this isn't the world's greatest card. But then again, too, I mean, this isn't my best account. I have 2 accounts, and I'm gonna try going pro on my other account this go around. But my clubs in this one are okay. I had a couple little mess ups though. I missed on that second hole. I really could have gotten that eagle. So I lost a stroke there. But in general, I think I did pretty good here. I don't think that I have many mistakes. So about a third up here again. Get our guides to about roughly around pin high or so. This guy's really overthinking this one. This is a really just toss it up there and hit it kind of hole. And either you get the hole in one or you don't. I don't think it's far enough. Not enough heat on it. It's going to go in front.
Nice on.
Are we ready? We're up. So we'll just stick with our quasar. We're going to go about a third up from there. Let's see how just for grins. You can see I'm almost right in line with that. Almost right in line with that pin there for that second bounce. And even though we got a 2.8 wind, alright, we'll go down just a tad bit. And then we'll just hit it straight here and see what happens.
Perfect shot.
Give me some reference points at least. Let's see what happens here. I definitely had enough. Come back. Get in the hole. Nailed it.
Hole
Alright. I'll have to keep that in mind next time. Alright. Oh, I'm pretty pumped about that. Alright, I got one more hole. And that'll be it. Looks like 12 right now in my my brackets making it. So there's a par 5. If I can eagle this par 5, I'll be at 13 and I'll be holding down the top for qualifying at least. This is a tough hole 5, I think. So bumping over this to second fairway is really quite the challenge for me. I think you definitely want to use at least a power 3 ball on this to make sure you can make it over there. Maybe I'm wrong. This guy seems to... Well, this guy's got a 7 driver. Jeez. We'll see where we fall. If we get close enough, that 4 wind, you can see it dips quite a bit down, so be careful that your ball doesn't float. This guy's going to be in the rough, I think.
Great shot.
If he doesn't push out into the next green. Yep. So that ball's going to float quite a bit. I leave about a bar or 2 more than what you think it's going to be in the front of your shot. So I don't think we need to... Well, we definitely don't want that club. The club, this hits about the same as my driver, my extra mile. So let's go full right, full top, and play a little bit over here. So you can see right there at the front edge. Is that going to be far enough? When I go up, it's going to be just making it up there. And you can see that the red there is going to be a 5, 7. So we're good through. If it were to go all the way to a 10, it would be right at the edge of that rough. So we're not going to overpower. I'm going to use some right just to make sure it makes it over there. I hit it great, so I'm really glad I used the right now. And look, we barely made it on there. I don't know if you noticed that then. That went to at least where 7.5 would have been. Even a little bit close. If I didn't leave 2 rings there on that, then that was at a 5 win. If I didn't have at least 2 rings there, I don't think I would have been safe. That will set us up for a green shot. I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't be on the green after this next shot. We'll see though. Maybe I should have used a stronger ball, a power 3 ball or so. I wasn't thinking that through for the second shot. Could use the Titan, or I think I should use a Titan or oh no, we're good. Look at that. So we're hitting right up here. Let's take a little bit. We got the wind with us. Let's come back a little bit. And that's 2.5 wind that way. So we're gonna zoom in, get our arrow nice and straight. 2.5 is the middle of that blue ring. So we'll pull back to there. Oh god, I'm in the bunker, I think. No! Oh, wow, did I get lucky there? And we make these wind measurements and adjustments for the wind. And even when it's not even when you're spot on with your wind adjustment, there's always going to be some place. So when you nail those long shots like that, you get your albatross on that. There's definitely some luck factored in there. I really think so. I think maybe some others might argue, but even when you hit perfect, it's never perfectly perfect, and there's always a little bit of slop in there. And so when you do get those holes in ones, there's a lot of skill involved to get close. But when you actually get the holes in ones, I think it's a little bit of a luck factor. That goes for a long shot, really. That's an awkward little top hump in that green right there. What does that bunker scare me? Unless it'll be a putt for eagle. Well, he forfeited. You never want to forfeit. It's going to get you the bogey. Never want to forfeit. Unless he had just such a bad round. So, in negative 13, we're holding down 1. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Good luck to you.